think Lex has been tremendous, and obviously she's a player that probably doesn't get a ton of credit.
It literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Breaking news. Just moments ago, Sophie Cunningham, Lexie Hull, and Caitlin Clark dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming. It's raw, it's heartbreaking, and it could flip women's basketball upside down forever. The truth about their injuries is finally spilling out. The WNBA's silence is louder than ever, and the statement they just made has fans completely stunned. This is the story the league has been trying to bury. And before we even dive in, if you believe the WNBA failed these players, hit that like button right now. Let's run this video past 10,000 likes before the league even dares to respond.
So guys, in yesterday's game, Lexie Hull got a
Caitlin Clark, the rookie who turned every arena into a headline factory. Sophie Cunningham, the fiery vet who plays like every game is her last. Lexie Hull, the fearless warrior who throws her body on the line for her squad. These weren't just athletes, they were the faces of hope, the stars carrying this league on their backs. And yet, the very league that should have stood up for them left them wide open to pain. Caitlin Clark, cut down by an injury so sudden it froze arenas in silence. Fans prayed she'd bounce back fast. Lexie Hull, her eye injury left people horrified, demanding answers about why the league's medical rules are so weak. Sophie Cunningham, her knee went out in such a brutal way that some believe her career might never recover. 3 stars, 3 broken bodies, and still not a single word from the WNBA. No protection, no accountability, just cold silence while their brightest lights suffer. Stop right here.
Lexie Hull. Lexie Hull got it a lot worse than Gabby Williams, by the way. Like, that is a hard hit. That's not just a normal hit. That is a hard hit. And I think in general, we gotta talk about these hits as what they.
If you believe Sophie, Lexie, and Caitlin deserve answers, drop a comment below right now. Type justice for Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie. Let's flood the feed until the league has no choice but to face the truth. Think about it. You give everything, blood, sweat, your entire heart into this game. You pull in millions of fans, you become the reason people even tune in. And then the moment you're hurt, when you're vulnerable, when you need backup the most, the league turns its back. That's exactly what just happened. And behind closed doors, their anger only kept building until it exploded minutes ago. Sophie Cunningham, Lexie Hull, and Caitlin Clark didn't step up as rivals. They stepped up as one united force. And the announcement they made? Shocking, brutal, completely unforgettable. They called out the WNBA's silence, exposed what it really feels like to be treated like you're disposable, and declared loud and clear, "We will not stay silent anymore." Fans who heard it said it felt like an earthquake shaking women's sports, a moment that nobody will ever erase. The league thought staying silent would make the storm pass.
Flat out. And I don't know how the Indiana Fever can continue to survive with things being this way. Who would have thought this whole now you know role?
But that silence just lit the fuse. Sponsors are now whispering behind the scenes, worried about their money being tied to a league that won't even protect its stars. Networks are on edge, wondering if ratings will tank without the very players they built their promos around. And the fans? They're furious. Comment sections are blowing up, DMs are flooded, and people are saying straight up, if the WNBA can't respect its biggest names, why should we respect the WNBA? That's not just shade, that's a full-on revolt. Caitlin Clark's injury should have been the wake-up call. Lexie Hull's eye injury should have been the alarm. Sophie Cunningham's knee should have been the breaking point. Instead, the league looked the other way, and now the players themselves are pulling back the curtain for the world to see.
The fans are speaking back. They do not appreciate it. They feel scammed, they feel lied to, and they feel used.
This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about power, respect, and the survival of the league itself. And the scariest part? The WNBA still hasn't said a single word. For Caitlin Clark, this wasn't just an injury. It was the sound of arenas falling silent, fans holding their breath, and the league doing nothing to shield its brightest rookie. People said it felt like hope got ripped off the court that night. For Lexie Hull, it was even worse. A brutal eye injury, blood on the hardwood, and fans horrified, asking why the medical protocols were so weak.
Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very...
One fan said, "If this happened in the NBA, there'd be doctors on the floor in seconds? Why isn't Lexie getting the same protection?" That question still hangs in the air. And Sophie Cunningham? Her knee went out in a way that left fans in tears, some whispering her career may never be the same. Instead of standing by her, the league left her hanging. No updates, no protection, no accountability. Just silence. 3 different stories, 3 different heartbreaks, but one brutal truth.
Absolutely ignored. Oh, Lexie Hull. She was saying what's up to Lexie Hull due to them playing in Rival together. But ignore Sophie Cunningham sitting right there and just says what's up to Lexie and takes off. It's a little bad blood between some of the players, so it's crazy to see that the love is extended to Caitlin Clark right here, and we know DB and K.
These women gave their bodies for the game, and the league treated them like they were disposable. Nah, and that's why their joint statement hit like a thunderclap. This wasn't 3 athletes begging for sympathy. This was 3 stars drawing a line in the sand. Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie stood shoulder to shoulder and told the world, "We will not be silent, we will not be ignored, and we will not be treated like throwaways." That single declaration flipped the power dynamic. Suddenly, the league wasn't in control anymore. The players were. Fans rallied instantly, hashtags flooded timelines, and media outlets scrambled to cover the story before it swallowed the WNBA whole. It was raw, it was fearless, it was the kind of moment that changes everything in women's sports. One sports writer even said, "This isn't just a statement, this is the birth of a movement." And for the first time, the league was forced to face the truth. These women aren't just players. They're the voice of the future. Behind closed doors, panic is spreading fast. Executives are scrambling, phones are buzzing nonstop, and league officials are desperate to figure out how to stop this wildfire before it burns the whole brand down. Sponsors are nervous, some even considering pulling back their money if the WNBA keeps looking weak and careless. TV partners are demanding answers, asking what happens if ratings collapse now that the stars are openly revolting.
And the truth is the truth, and the data is there. And what we saw when Caitlin was out the last time, the 5 games that she missed earlier in the season, the WNBA's viewership dropped more than 50%. Not just the Fever, but the entire...
This isn't just bad PR, this is a nightmare scenario. And the craziest part? The league still hasn't said a single word publicly. No press release, no apology, nothing. Every hour of silence makes the backlash louder. Every ignored question makes the hashtags trend harder, and every fan comment piles more pressure on the people at the top. It feels less like a league in control, and more like an empire crumbling in real time. Even rival players started quietly showing love, liking posts, dropping cryptic emojis, and letting the world know they stand with Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie. Suddenly, the league couldn't hide anymore. Think about the heartbreak here. Caitlin Clark, her rookie season was supposed to inspire millions, but now it's remembered as the year the league failed to protect her. Sophie Cunningham, a fighter known for her toughness, now battling just to get back on the floor. Lexie Hull, her spirit is still unbroken, but her trust in the system, shattered. This announcement wasn't just about injuries, and it was about dignity, about respect, about demanding to be treated like human beings, not just dollar signs on a balance sheet.
More about hiring officials that are able to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic. Praying for you, Sophie. Sophie, bro. I just cannot believe this, dog. Y'all just let Sophie get hurt like that, bro. Damn, dog. It's not easy to go day to day and continue to think maybe this is my day, maybe it's not. But she continued to come in and be the person.
If you're still locked in right now, then you're part of the real movement. Drop an A in the comments to show these women you stand with them. And if you want the truth the WNBA refuses to give, smash that subscribe button. Because this story, it's only getting started. So where does this leave us? Fans are demanding answers. Executives are scrambling behind the scenes. And these 3 women, they've sparked a fire so powerful, the league may never be able to put it out. By now, the fire was everywhere. Celebrities, ex-players, even mainstream reporters started weighing in. Tweets, interviews, podcasts. Everyone had something to say, and none of it was good for the league. Big names called it out for what it was, negligence. One former WNBA star said straight up, "If this happened in the NBA, there'd be chaos until the league fixed it. So why are women treated like they don't matter?" That line went viral instantly. Meanwhile, fans kept the pressure on. Thousands of comments, hashtags trending worldwide, people demanding justice for Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie. It wasn't just basketball talk anymore. This was culture. This was respect. This was about how women athletes are valued. And the WNBA? Still silent. No statement, no apology, nothing but a wall of cold silence while their reputation crumbles in real time. Every minute they wait, the storm gets louder, and the league's power slips further out of their hands. And finally, the WNBA was forced to break its silence. After days of trending hashtags, non-stop headlines, and fans tearing them apart, the league dropped a weak, carefully scripted statement.
I don't care. Lexie Hull obviously wanted to go back in the game. She's tough as nails. You don't fuck around with that shit. She could have fractured her damn skull. I hope she got a CT scan. If she didn't get a scan immediately, I want whatever doctor okayed her to not get a scan to be fired on the spot. And I mean that. If it turns out she got a scan, she's okay. It is what it is. But if it turns out she got put back in the game, if it turns out that they've just ignored...
They tried to play it off as if everything was under review, tossing out vague promises about player safety protocols and future improvements. But fans weren't buying it. The comments section lit up instantly, people calling it fake, hollow, nothing but damage control. One fan wrote, "This isn't an apology, this is an excuse." Another said, "If this is the best they can do, no wonder the players had to speak out themselves." The backlash was so fierce that the league's so-called response only added gasoline to the fire. Instead of calming the storm, it made Sophie, Lexie, and Caitlin look even stronger. The ones truly leading the fight for respect, while the league looked powerless and exposed. Will Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie walk away from the WNBA completely? Will they demand radical change that flips the league inside out? Or are we about to witness the biggest player versus league showdown in women's basketball history? One thing's for sure, this announcement has already changed everything.
About this is the fact that we are only a month into the regular season, and Caitlin Clark has already been out with 2 injuries. With the first one being her having to miss some time with a left quad strain. Now, of course, this is concerning because if you're already on your second injury, you don't want to be that player that is always hurt. Cough, cough, Embiid, cough, cough, Anthony Davis. So I really do hope that the fever really sits her out right now for a while, only because you don't want her to have more long-term.
The next chapter won't just decide the future of these 3 stars. It could decide the fate of the WNBA itself. Stay tuned, because what's coming next is guaranteed to leave the entire sports world speechless. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, share this video, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the fallout. We'll see you on the next one. People couldn't believe the negligence had finally been ripped wide open by the league's own stars. Even analysts went wild. Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back, saying, if the WNBA wants respect, it starts with respecting its stars, period. And just like that, the fire is officially burning out in the open.